How many viewers are we down to? Thanks to that stupid power cut.
2 viewers.
Yeah. And then the power cut, and then less than it. I'm down to 1. Just me. This is depressing. Yeah, I'm just down to me now. Let's get the camera back up and running. Where's my command line? No, why are you on the screen? Go to window 2. Okay, MPV. Start. Alright, here we go, boys. Okay. You know people are bots because they're still in the chat after the stream ended for so long. Okay. Oh, I can definitely see which parts of the screen are absolutely broken. There we go. Let us do our Debian installation. Oh, I hear the 7200 RPM hard drive turn on. Okay, let's see.
Wait, are you streaming right now?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you're live. Okay, I'm not gonna say. It was nothing bad, it's just that I don't want to say it anymore. I should stream as well. Because I'm way more famous than you. I had a total of 1 viewer, which was you. So, you know, I gotta start flexing.
We can't do graphical install because I don't have a mouse on that computer. English. Alright, we're going to install 2 things. We're going to install Zoneminder for CCTV and then OpenMediaVault so that I can turn this into a NAS quick. I would like to use, what am I thinking of? Proxmox to run everything in a VM, but I don't think this will have enough compute power for that. I'll do that when I have a better computer. Okay, so let's go through the Debian install on this beautiful, using this gorgeous trash can Microsoft keyboard. At least it's PS2 based, so it's driverless. God forbid it unplugs, because it's not hot swap. At least the enter button. At least all the keys work. Oh crap! It needs a network link. Where's this Ethernet cable? Or it's gonna need a network link. Detecting link, waiting for a link local address. Let's see if it's going to detect Ethernet properly. If it does, that'll make my life easier. I hope this says gigabit Ethernet. If this is 100 megabit, I'll be pissed. Come on, it's 2020. At least have gigabit Ethernet. Okay.
Okay. Is it okay if I start streaming as well?
Yeah, sure. You don't want a domain name. Root password.
Back. That's how every good stream starts, right? Obviously. So, unfortunately, Wi-Fi cut out. Not Wi-Fi cut out. And the entire power cut out. Which, wasn't fun. So how do I make this fit the screen, Tony? Full screen projector?
Right click, transform,
Transform.
fit the screen.
Fit to screen. Control F.
You can also stretch if you want. Okay.
Oh.
Yes, we are on Eastern time. Partman, setting up partitioner, perfect. Machine firmware is starting, but it looks like there may be existing operating systems already installed using BIOS compatibility mode. Yeah, we want to force UEFI. It's because this is the reason I'm reinstalling Debian, is because that computer used Debian with BIOS mode because it did not support UEFI. It was legacy. This computer does, so I'd like to use UEFI if possible. Sure, well, let's see what their auto partitioner does.
Okay.
We want all files in one.
We're back. So.
This means that I'll have to go back and do the...
So how should I watch my own stream then, if Twitch keeps crashing?
I personally use MPV and Streamlink. You probably wouldn't have those installed.
Okay, I'll figure it out in a minute, I guess. Okay. So.
I like how pretty low latency this is my
We discovered that meshes have a limit to how big they can be.
Okay, what if I set this
Once you
manual?
pass
Can I do
65
better?
Oh, I should move this onto that side. Or maybe. Where do I move this? Up here. Position. Those things don't matter. Okay. So once you pass a certain number of points, specifically slightly more than 65,000, then
Okay, let's get rid of this XFS.
Unity stops calculating the meshes properly. So if I very slowly zoom in here because thank you, Unity, and I increase the scale to around 300.
Yes, that is what I want. I want my ext4, ESP swap. I want all of those on here.
I guess I'll give it a second. Yeah, I'm just going to give it a second. Let's go over to the code.
ext4 is fine. Normally I'd go XFS.
I had an old code.
But that's fine.
That had me be able to separate the number of points and the size of the mesh separately. And so I wanted to re-implement that. I got rid of it because I thought it was creating an issue. Turns out, nope, it's Unity.
Okay, swap space is cool. I want swap.
Buggy with its,
Now here we go.
mesh limit.
This free space
So
I'd
it
like
wasn't
to
my code that was providing
create a partition.
the problem. So let's add
I want it to be
again.
ButterFS.
Unity's fix itself as well. We'll go back there in a second.
Goodbye
So if
to
we go
let's
over
do
to
the
our-
streamers. Let me bring this mic over here.
This is what generates the mesh.
Alright.
Reads what we see on the screen.
No, not JFS, ButterFS.
Lagging.
Name.
I did some things to bring it back.
Sure.
So first things first.
Mount
These are
point,
our
I want it to be
So this
boot, home,
is gonna
temp,
have its
system
bottom left
resources,
plus the X plus
variable,
bottom left
serve. Okay, I want this to be
plus Z is because I want it to be centered on the screen. So I'm going from the bottom left and just set to be -50, right? Currently, or whatever, however many points there are. I'm making this makes it centered.
hello.
But now I want
Okay, mount options,
scale
defaults.
it according to whatever size I want, right? I don't just want it to be a fixed size with 1 point.
I want no A time because that makes the drive go very, very
I
slow.
wanna be able to
Let's turn it
scale it dynamically. Now instead of doing this, another option.
Okay, so
Scale objects in the scene,
looks like
but generally you want to have as much flexibility as possible. And if
okay,
you
I've turned the
want
mic gain down so I can be closer.
more detailed than
So
for example,
looks like they're not giving us just the option to ButterFS has a mount option to enable compression, and I'd like to use ZSTD,
So
but looks like that's not happening now.
is that
That is fine. No wait time just makes this disk go faster.
I am physically going to squash and stretch this.
Okay, yes, I would like to set up this partition. So I want this mounted at slash.
So
This mounted at media
First thing I'm
slash. Yep, that looks about good to me.
I am going
Stupid
to
1 megabyte free
squash
space.
the entire plane into a 1x1 little square. And I'll show you how this is going to work in a second. So if I go back to our scene, and we wait for it to load.
Yes, no wait time. That is perfect. Done setting the partition. Okay, that is all. Finished partitioning.
Well, Unity just crashed. It
Looks
says
about right.
that the data that we have is out of bounds.
Alright. I like how the phone battery, I can actually watch it tick down. This is the only thing I've ever done on this phone that actually is draining the battery pretty fast. Usually I can let it have it last me 2 to 3 days.
And
Okay, we'll let it install.
relaunch Unity.
Mind you, I can't actually see the monitor myself. I'm gonna do this for now.
Unity crash.
Are you asking me or telling me, or?
I'm telling you, should I just kill all of Unity?
Probably not, but it's your choice.
I mean, it's not responding. Well, we'll be back, folks. Stop. Great. I want to do one little thing. So I'll be doing it.
What? You can just relaunch. You'll be fine.
I can't relaunch Unity. It's crashed.
Find the process ID and then end it.
So you told me to not kill it.
Don't kill all it. Find that process ID of the process that's dead and then kill it and all of its children, which sounds very awful when you're saying it. But, let's use the U Waterloo mirror. It's fast enough. I hate the Moir effect. Selective install software. We need to disable the stupid UI because it's useless and it'll take up space and resources. This is going to be a headless machine. I don't care what the participation survey at this point. Yes, I don't want Debian desktop environment, which literally is GNOME. I would like it to be an SSH server. Huh? Print server. I don't want web server because I think Debian installs Apache by default and I want to use Nginx. If anyone's actually watching or is in chat, please say hi. Or show me some sign of life. Beyond just lurking. That's the job of lurks. Anyone other than lurks here? Alright, configure. Yoo-hoo, focus. Thank you. Installation is complete. Perfect. Unplug this flash drive. Debian GNU Linux. Oh, Debian still ships with kernel 4.19. Hey, okay, Debian is installed. Perfect. Yeah, you're more than welcome to go for a walk. You're gonna do a 10K like me?
No, 2K. Maybe 2K.
Are you telling me because you want me to join?
No, I'm just telling you, I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
So don't look for me in the house or something.
Okay.
Something in the house.
Okay.
Okay, fine. I admit it. Tony's streams are better than mine.
They're not, though. I have one viewer, and that's Twitch transcoding my stream to lower resolutions. I think I was forcing the transcode at one point by just streaming in 4K. Keep the door open. I want some fresh air. Yeah, just keep it open. Okay. Cool, so we don't need the camera at this point. We have evolved. We're better life forms. We can SSH in. And we'll be on our way. Cool, so I'm going to power this off. Put it somewhere more convenient where I can actually move. Actually, let's test it out. When I plug it in, it should power on, does it? Yeah, let's unplug it, for example. Wait a couple seconds. Plug it back and see if it powers on. Now let's turn the lights back on so the camera can see. I like how first half the lights come on and then like I have some very bright 5054 LEDs all above my desk. Okay, plug in. It does not power on. That is a problem. Okay, we'll do some power on testing, like to make sure it turns on for after a power outage later. Okay. Let us unplug all of these for now so that I can carry this over. Oh, we're going down in viewer count. All right. Okay, looks like we had need him and get affiliated now leave. Okay, goodbye folks. Which side has feet? I assume it's... Oh, none of these. So it's not meant to be put on its side. Well, I'm thinking I'm going to do it anyway. Because it is more convenient. Okay, let's make some space for this. All right. Grab some power cables. These are just regular IEC power cords. I have a power bar near there, so that's cool. Plug in our VGA cable. Video graphics already. Alrighty. Need Ethernet now. Plug in the PS2 port for good measure. Perfect. Make room for our high-res display. Plug in VGA to the monitor. Power cable. Wait for it to turn on. Almost knocked the 4K displays. Yeah, you guys can, perfect, and as you can see, it has turned on. Great, so we can now hopefully, if it's set up correctly, SSH into it. Put away my torque spits. Right. Let's do an IP scan because I want that computer to have a static IP. If it's going to be a NAS, it'll have to be static. So we should set that up. Then we shall see what our next step will be. Let me pull this keyboard out. Okay, let's do an IP scan. Honestly, this is easier. I'll just do an IPA. It's ODA 158. Now, Debian by default doesn't ship with much. It's a very minimal install like Arch. So we'll need to install programs we want like sudo. So let's SSH as root. Chances are that it's not protected by default. We'll have to install a firewall and everything. Permission denied. Can we not log in as root? That would make sense. Let's log in as our regular user. Permission denied. I wonder what the SSHD configuration looks like. That's a little interesting. I haven't. Why does this window capture look like garbage? Huh. Looks good. I should be able to log in as a regular user. There we go. Now we want to switch to root. Oh, that's why it looks bad, because I'm transforming to be smaller. Okay, now let's do like the basic apt. First need a firewall. Let's get sudo. Probably under SBIN, isn't it? Group wheel does not exist. Right, Debian uses a group called sudo. I will also add it to the group called root for git measure. That is fairly sensible. I'm gonna switch which display these are all on. I'll bring OPS over to the second display, so I can have this on my main. That makes more sense to me. All right. Perfect. Now we should no longer need the sudo account. Let's try this. It's not in the sudoers file. Oh. Let's see this. Allow privilege escalation of sudo group to execute any command. Okay. Oh, so we just have to log in and log back. Log out and log back in, probably. I will assume that's what the mistake is. Sudo apt update. And we should hopefully have permission now. Yeah, we do. Perfect. Perfect. That is exactly what we wanted. Right. So now we can install, I want to install Zoneminder on this puppy, and what's the program I'm thinking of? Come on, chat, help me. OpenMediaVault, so I can use it as a NAS. Okay, let's go here. Let's take a look. First, let's get Zoneminder up and running, because that is of higher priority to me. Unfortunately, I won't be able to show you where all the cameras are, because that would be stupid, but... Okay, I want to use Nginx. I messed it up, didn't I? Great. I'm not even adding any of the SSHD configs or like UFW now. I'll have to do that after I install OpenMediaVault, because OpenMediaVault likes to change the configuration options on a lot of pre-installed system services. Okay, let's get Nginx and database stuff in PHP. Okay, secure the database install. Yeah, I want to set a root password. Perfect. Add the repo. And then we'll add their key. Actually, I like how simple the Zoneminder install is nowadays. It used to be such a mess. It was great software, but it was a mess to get up and running. It was horrifying. I'm very glad that they have improved it very much. I think this computer has should be a 4670K. Sorry, 4670. No K. I'm also going to use it to self-host a bunch of services. For example, my PeerTube instance was running out of space, but I have a 10 terabyte hard drive here. Like, the whole point of PeerTube was better video quality on YouTube, but what it turned into is I have a server with 20 gig SSD. So it's how far can we compress it without it looking like garbage. so that it will fit. Goodbye to First Keeler, who has left the chat. I'm going to move the chat up. So it's not used like over the terminal. Change the ZM path to ZMS to CGI / by dropping /ZM. And why? URL path to the streaming server. Fine. Now, for one, I don't want that to be the default server, so I'll have to. I'm gonna copy this. And I want to edit this version of it because I do not want it to be the default server. I also don't care about IPv6. I know I'm one of those people that's stopping the IPv6 adoption. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's update index. Boop, boop, boop. I don't care what their SSL config because I am realistically going to use Let's Encrypt here. Sure, we'll just give it a domain name for now. Stupid indenting. Whatever, if it works, it works. Honestly, I wanted to listen on 8080 as well, so that I can easily local into it. Yeah, let's see if, oh, Right. And we want to... We don't need to do sudo ln-s/etc nginx sites available. I've done this so many freaking times. Lol, why are you making why would they tell me to use service? I'm just gonna use system restart nginx. There we go. Perfect. .158. I should hit the nginx test script. Welcome to nginx. Perfect. That is exactly what I would like to see when I am running an nginx test script. If I go to :8080. Welcome to nginx /zm should take me to Zoneminder. It does. Perfect. Perfect. I shouldn't have to VLAN this computer. I took care of all of that on the firewall side, so that the cameras are on a separate physical network. Except that it's allowed to communicate to one IP address here, which is why I need to give this computer a new IP. I run hardware info. Also, HTOP is very useful. This should be a quad core, right? Yeah. 8 gigs of RAM, 8 gigs of swap. Perfect. Let's see this. You know, I'm dying from the heat here. Okay, let's see. You know what? Give me unlimited scroll back. I want to see this. Welcome back to First Keeler. Okay, so this is a 4570. Okay, so it's below a 4670. 3.2 gigahertz. 4 cores, 4 threads. 6 megs of L3 cache. It's not like the new Ryzen's or anything, but it's not like I need something terrifyingly powerful. Let's see. Okay, so our hard drive did mount. Yeah, I want you to have read-write access to CCTV. Cool. Next, we can install OpenMediaVault, because that's going to meddle with a bunch of our settings. I mean, I want to do an internet speed test check if it's 100 or gigabit. I'm just going to use like chance test file. Like if it's going at 60 megabytes a second, then obviously it's like gigabit. Let us see. Hello and bye to Bystry. For a second, I thought it was printing the private key, and I was going to be like, oh crap, that's a bad thing to expose on stream, isn't it? Not like there's anyone watching, but... Oh, it's probably is missing the R8169. Oh, it's a Realtek card? Jesus. I hate Realtek cards. Do we have duplicate? Oh, we do. Let's try to download this file. Hey, we're gigabit. Perfect. Nice. Okay. Maybe we need to reboot. So let's power off. Let's log on to my router, give this computer a static IP. Edge Max. Yeah, okay. Services, DHCP. Main network, here we go. Static mapping, delete. Yes. Leases. This computer got 158. Yes, I would like to give you static IP. Congratulations, you have been promoted. Reboot. Is it under SPIN reboot? Knowing Debian, probably. Yeah, there we go. Hello to Atten. Feet, first killer, get affiliated now. Lurks, need him. I think get affiliated now is probably a bot. Atten, 9,000 followers, 5 years ago registered. Okay, you're like a pretty old account then. Hello to you. First seen 11 minutes ago. Oh, you need. Oh, did I not notice you joined? Did. Cool. Let's log in. That's cool. Hello. Well, obviously that DHCP config did not work. Let's see. Huh. O.2 is empty. Wait, does its left services bind it to the old IP? Don't make me go through this, Debian. Damn it. Why can't you be normal? Yeah, it looks about right. What about? Oh, port 80 is already in use. How interesting. What's using port 80? Nothing, seemingly. I'm not, you know what? Oh, I forgot to listen 80. Let's do this so we don't get conflicts. Okay. What's the OpenMediaVault default port? Restart again. Now it should work because Nginx won't be taking port 80, so it'll be available to OpenMediaVault. And we'll want to change the default port on that to not be 80. Okay, well, I'm going to have to teach my dad that it's no longer on port 80. Maybe I'll just like put it on the dedicated like DDNS or something. Let's see. Okay, 8081 still Zoneminder. What about 80? Okay, it's OpenMediaVault. Perfect. Admin, OpenMediaVault. NFS, FTP, rsync, SMB CIFS. Date and time should be good. Network. Interfaces looks good. No IPv6, I don't care. I'm sorry, people. Firewall we'll set up after everything's working. Disks, okay, STB is showing up, perfect. Yeah, so we'll use our file system here for NAS duties as well. Alright, one of the things I hated about OpenMediaVault is it forces you to put public keys in SSH2 format, which no one does. We don't want to permit root login. It was always a bad idea. Never allow root login. NFS rsync SSH will enable those soon. Trademark. Don't allow root login. Do allow password authentication. Yeah, save that. Apply. Cool. I can change the port. I wonder if that'll actually work properly. Should I try? Honestly, it's fine if it's 80 internally, because externally I'll have stuff port forwarded anyway. So I think we should be good. We should be good. All right, I can probably take you through the process of some basic Zoneminder setup maybe then. Like honestly, it's the how manyth time I'm actually resetting this up, so. What port did I chuck it on? So I think we first want to go through the options here. First, I want to add my new storage. I don't want it recording on an SSD. That would kill the poor SSD. Okay, you guys can't see everything because Zoneminder has a lot of pop-ups. Maybe I can get away with a screen share for today. Well, it's definitely lagging, so I can't. You'll have to live with this. Okay, storage name, I'm going to call it and it's mounted to media. And we want it to put on the CCTV folder. Local, and we want it to process deletes. Here we go. I'll go so far as to delete that. I don't want anything ever recording onto the SSD. Next, we want to edit this filter. Purge when full. And storage area equal to Barracuda Pro. Except I'm going to cap it at like 20%. So it's a 10 terabyte drive. So 20% gives me 2 terabytes, which is about the space I want to set aside for it. I want like 6 to 8 terabytes available for the NAS. All right, that's like the main one that I sometimes forget to do. Oh, the thing I forget is like you need to save these menus. Okay, so let's see, system bandwidth default high is fine. We want to change this to English US. Can't do authentication yet. We need to put a big hash here. Let us generate a big random number like thing as a hash. Long enough. Let's add some users. That's always a good idea. Don't leave this open to the public. That's never a good idea. I want to edit the password of this user. I want me a user. View, edit. I want all permissions because realistically I will be doing the most work. They will have view access. Sure, I'll let view events. There's no controls anyway. View monitors, view groups, sure. And I'll add a second user that has read-write access. So I'm going to go and enable authentication. How well does their dark theme work? Okay. Yeah, these are all garbage. Base is the best. Yeah, I want hashed authentication. You should probably not be using plain realistically. 2 hours is about right. I don't want reCAPTCHA. I'm gonna have to fix the stupid logs because it's gonna fill up. It's gonna fill up because it wants to store everything from keyframes and RAM, but like I don't have that much RAM, so I'm not gonna let it. It'll use up all of shared memory if you let it. Timestamp. I wonder if this uses CPU. That's fine. We won't be using any local cameras. Most of our stuff is 4x3, so that's all good. API, server, storage, web. Did I change anything here? Let's change the titles. Or I'll just make it like images. SWF shockwave flash. Oh, when using MPEG mode, screw that. FMPEG looks about good. Oh, FMPEG supports like any format, honestly. Oh, Connor right kappa joint and left. Oh, my bad. All right. Logs are going to be a mess because, yeah, we want to like drop this to like 2 days, otherwise it'll fill up. I am forgetting that nothing saves. All my cameras are going to run at 20 FPS, so honestly I don't want it using more than that. Okay, that's all. Can I just make it hash? Yeah, so like it'll just open the same thing. Perfect. Cool. I think that is all that I would like to show Twitch chat. I don't want to show them exactly all my cameras because that would be stupid. I'm not going to show you any of my CCTV cameras actually, because that will ruin the point of having installed them. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been everything from upgrading a HP ProDesk, putting in hard drives, putting in an SSD. Yeah. Thank you for watching. And I guess catch my next stream. I don't know. I want to, like, I'd stream more often, but realistically no one watches, so Bye bye, everyone.